All right, so as you can see, we got the project going. And yes, full sheet of plywood fits inside Subzilla, no problem. 4x8 sheet, 3/4 inch. Need to make a box on the side here, and I want move dog, get out the way. Stupid. You guys to get up in here. You just right in the way. What are you gonna do now? The board's in the way, big dummy. You don't care. So I want it to come out, I think, all the way to this lip right here, where the seat comes. Well, the seat goes over it by what, 7 inches, somewhere in there. So it's about halfway to the seat, almost halfway. But I want to put this all the way to this front edge right here, so that the front of the board comes right to this edge. You know, I might should make it a little bit more. How far is that? So if I'm coming right there to that edge, that is 72 inches. We got 6 foot, right, on this inside. So if that's 6 foot, and then this front, I could put something here at this edge. I can dress that up with a small piece or something maybe. I don't think it needs to come all the way to the front, because then I got to make this weird drop off. Yeah, we'll just have it come right to this front edge, and I'll bring you around here and show you in just a minute. But I want to put my 6x9 right here, facing forward. So I'm going to put a box, but I want it to go all the way to the back. It's going to come all the way out. So about 9 inches to the inside of this. Yeah, 9 inches. And I got to figure out how much I'm going to pumice space. I'm going to leave all this up here and just come right up to this lip here. So I need to cut a piece that's 6 foot by, let's see, where are we at here? This dog's laying down in here. And we are at, oh, it's different in the front and the back. Isn't that awesome? This is, I don't know, that's 18 and something, a little more than 18 right there. And in the back, what, 18 and a half there? Why is this going to be different? We're right at 18 to the bottom of that lip, but in the front, it's higher. That's odd. Well, no, I guess it's just right back here where I'm setting it out. Oh, it's right on that. Ah, okay. So you know that it's got these little, you can't see it with the carpet, but it's got little bumps, right? It goes up and down. So I guess if we go right on that and measure, yeah, it's going to be 18. So I must have not been on that up there. So if I do it right at 18, because that'll be the highest one. So 18 inches high minus 3/4, so 17 1/4. I need to cut it. Get him, dog. Here's another dog barking. So 17 1/4 by 6 feet. So let me go cut one of those, and that will fit right on this inside edge here. Now the question is, will it fit in between that? It should. Let's see how much room. How much room do we got right there? That looks tight. So I want to build a box, like I was saying, it'll come all the way across. Will that fit 3/4 of an inch? Yeah, definitely. It's almost an inch. That should fit. So I want to be able to put some subwoofers in there. Maybe, maybe put a spot right here with a little compartment. Put the subwoofer right there and build that part as a box. Because then I can seal it from, I don't know, basically this whole piece right here. So 20 inches, well, if you come all the way back to where, maybe 3 feet, 3 by 9 by 17. That's plenty of airspace for a sealed box for an 8-inch subwoofer. Should be, if my subwoofer and building is correct, which I don't know. But I got to cut, I do got this little bump for the gas filler neck, so it does kind of come out. This is going to be fun trying to build this side. Now this other side might be a little bit easier because it doesn't have any bumps, anything special on it. But I should have enough to cut 2. I could build one side, or I could put the beginning of both sides. Then I got to cut it to go over that bump right there. But let me go cut this, and then set it up in there and we'll take a look at that. So let me pause this while I go cut some wood. All right, we got them cut. I forgot to mention I hate working with wood, but here we go. So you can see the inside down there, and this plywood is bowed pretty good, as I'm sure you can see, probably from laying on the seat how I had it laid earlier. But that ain't a big deal. I get my piece of wood cut to go here, and I screw it together. This will, it'll shift over like that. But it does fit right under that lip. So I put that scrap piece up there so you can kind of see. And then up here in the front, it comes right up here to this edge, to the edge of this right here. So I can put one either on the front or in between. Probably put a board right in between like this. And the 6x9 will go there, which it should fit. I got a grill thing here, sort of. Yeah, that'll fit. 6x9 will fit right there. Then when you get the seat up, I can't do this with one hand, but anyway, the seat flips up and sits against it. I want to see what that looks like. I got to do it now. Hold on. Let's get a little crazy here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Let me come around and open this door up, see what that looks like. So it gives you an idea, anyway, what we're going to look like. Oh yeah, see, that ain't bad. And the 6x9 will go right there. I know it's got like an angle. I'm going to cover it with something or paint it or whatever. I could even cut that at a little bit of an angle so it's not so sharp, but it kind of gives you a little bit of an armrest. Let me check it. See, if you were to sit over here on the side, oh yeah, it'd give you a little bit of an armrest. Look at that. Boop. So I might just leave it like that. I'll just kind of router the corner so they're round, don't have a sharp edge on it. Take a router and do that. That ain't too bad. Get that screwed into the side before I put the top piece on. So I got to put the bottom ones in, and now I got to cut one. Oh Lord, I'm getting tired already. I may finish this tomorrow or the next day, this weekend. But there we go. So now I got to measure accurately how big that needs to be on the inside there, because this, you can see it's got a good little bow. It needs to come over quite a bit, about right there, somewhere. We're just going to close that gap up. It may not be deep enough for a subwoofer, so I may just blow that part off, because I could always. I hate this damn phone. I really do. You touch it and the speaker goes. Anyway, I could put some subs underneath the seat. There's a pretty good little gap right there. It's not huge, but I could put something under there probably. Maybe even the 6x9s under there. What's up, dog? Go away. That's Draco. That's the next door dog. Always coming over. All right. So, let me give that as a little part. I know that ain't very much to start with, but I'm going to try and get this put together. I got to cut those center pieces, and I got to get a piece in here where I can drill it, and I can screw this to that so it closes that gap up properly. I need to measure that right. The front will probably be easier to measure, and I'll just make the back match. And I'll put me in a piece right here, and that'll hold it together. Then I can screw this to the inside somehow. Maybe first, and then I can put these screws in after or something at the bottom. Screw the top against the wall, and then mount these. Pre-drill it, put it together, and try it out. Curious. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. All right, let me continue this tomorrow. All right, here we go. So I got the one side cut. Now I need to cut one for the other side. Let's see, these both go this way. I just noticed a spot on that. Oh well, it'll be all right. So I'm going to do the same thing again, because I got to do one for the driver's side. So I went and bought this. It's been a few days since I cut the first one. Right there, looks perfect. Let's get this lined up. Make this just exactly right for government work. All right, let's get this lined up perfect. Then we're gonna cut this. We're gonna mark it with a super fancy pen. Just moved it a little bit. All right, well that's it, and that should be the right angle for the back. There we go. All right, we're good and straight there. And I know this thing is curved like a big dog. And that marked? Yep, that marked good. All right, now we'll set this over here off to the side. Now let's flip it up this way. Let me mark this with a P, so I know this is passenger side. P. Yeah, passenger side. Now don't get those confused. And then when we cut this joker out, it goes right here. And it gets that one. And this is absolutely 100% the correct way to cut wood. you just line it up and go. The first one worked, so. Anyway, if that works once, it'll work twice, right? Now, oh, whoa. All right, don't push that hard. That's what she said anyway. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's get that lined up. And mark this fender well. Because I like the way that fit on that fender. It fit pretty dang good. All right, perfect. And I don't need to mark this one as passenger side because it has the cutout for the fuel. So that's easy to know. All right, that'll get that side going. Now I can cut these. I guess I'll cut, because I want to cut that off, and then I'll cut these at the angle. So let's do this. Yeah, that'll work. Let's take this and lay it right across the back of both of these. Right where those go. And that way I know I'll be square-ish. That does not look... Oh yeah, that's pretty square. That's not bad. Alright, it's sort of square. Alright, good enough anyway. Because I'm going to use that to make some other parts. Right, let's cut this with the blue line. There we go. Let's cut that part off first. Alright. And since this is all just a bunch of noise and ruckus, I'll pause it here and let me get these cut because that's boring. Everybody's seen. Well, I don't know, you might want to watch. I need to get my son to come out here and help hold this too. That dog doing back there. Oh, we'll just see what happens as I cut this. It's going to flip up. Yeah, it's going to flip up. So come this way. There we go. That might work. Let's try it. And we will see what happens. All right. And I want to cut on that side of that line, I think. So let's mark it on that. It's got two little deals on here. That's going to cut it wrong. Yeah, that's going to do it right there. Let's do that. Aha! How's that? Yeah. All right. Amazing. I made that work without killing myself. Not bad. Right on the edges. Perfect. Let's see. I need to cut. If I cut the small one off, I'll cut this one off first, I guess. Hang it over the edge. Put me some stuff on there. Let's see. Make sure we're going to stay where we're going to clear the table. There we go. Awesome. Let's throw 2 of these on here just to help a little bit. Perfect. Let's see. Whew. We still lined up. Oh yeah, we're still lined up. Let's see how good this one goes. Cutting right down the middle of that. Yeah, it'll be all right. I'm not very good left-handed, but we're going to try to finish this off left-handed like. We got to hold this up. Aha, there we go. Perfect. Now let's slide these over here and over here. And let's see, I need to flip this because my line starts there. I can't really make sure I get this lined up right. So let's flip this around. All right, let's see. And the phone going, of course. All right, we'll come back. All right, so I got them all cut, and then I started figuring out what I need to do. Of course, this is not cut yet. I got to cut that one at 10 inches. But that'll give me a compartment right here. When I put the inside on, it's probably going to fall. Well, it won't go. Yeah, it will. Let's see. All right. See how this goes. I know this thing is very warped, but when I screw it down, I should take most of that off. Well, anyway, something like that. Well, we're all crooked back here. Of course, I got to get that straightened out. It's more like that. So anyway, there we go. My God, I'm just messing this all up. When I screw all this into place and glue it, that gives me 1.3 something cubic feet for the woofer. And the woofer is going to go on the top of 8-inch Square sub on each side. I'm cutting 2 of them. So that gives me 32 inches by 10 inches by 7.5. So 32 by 10 by 7.5. Calculate out the cubic inches, 2,400 cubic inches, 1.4, 1.38, something like that. Cubic feet. When I looked up the sub, it says you need 1.25 cubic feet. So that should be enough for a sealed box. I'm not gonna worry about doing ported and all that kind of stuff, and this ain't gonna be 100% sealed, let's be honest. I'm not going that much into depth. My woodwork, my cuts, they're close enough, but once I glue it and screw it, there's that box. And then I gotta cut that at 10 inches, so that's gonna come down. These gotta get put on. So then if you can imagine this, where are we at? Over here, here we go. This, of course, goes on the top, like so. Boop. And then you got your other piece here, you got that one there, and it goes all the way down. That creates the box, 8-inch sub here, and then flip it around the front. 6x9 is going to go into, I don't think I'm going to build a compartment for it. I don't really need to. But it's got a face that goes up here, like that. And the 6x9 will go right here in this. So that'll give me a 8-inch sub back there, a 6x9 here. This part will be kind of open because I'm not going to worry about trying to build this. Just I'm not going to cut all that. That's stupid. It'll be sealed up enough for a 6x9. It'll be open to be good enough. The fender well's right here, so that'll seal it up enough for a 6x9. I'm not worried about it being perfectly sealed. These dang puppies won't. People just got puppies just wandering around here, messing up my camera shot. What are you guys doing? Come here. Come here. Yeah, your puppies. Come here, puppies. I'll pet you. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Nope, they're scared now. Good. Get out of here. Getting into stuff anyway. Chewing on my wood. All right. So let me screw these together, glue them, screw them, put them together, and then I'll come back. I guess I'm going to finish up. I don't know. I got a lot of minutes of video. I'm going to put it all in one. You guys know how to do it, so you're watching it now. But let me put this together, and then we'll go put them in the truck, at least one, and we'll see how it fits. So let me pause this. I'm going to need, y'all seen people put stuff together. All right, it done got dark on me, but we got one box built. It's in there. That's how it sits. I got to push it over a little bit. It's not completely sealed up in there, but that's what it looks like. I got all the middle shelf is screwed in. It's sitting in there, so it's, you know, that's a pretty good amount right there. Like I said, 10 inches inside. So now all I got to do is, when I get my speakers, my subs, is drill a hole here and cut it out. And the sub will sit right here on the end, put a little grill over it. And I still got to build that one. It'll go on that side. And that gets that in pretty good shape. I like that. I can still reach in when I go to grab this to unlock it, because it's in front of this rail here. If you see how it sits completely in front of that rail. But there we go. The seat still comes up, and then it'll fold back down, up and down pretty easy. Let's see if we can see from in the front here a little bit. It's pretty dark, hard to get the angles, but you know, there it is. Anyway, see the back. So it looks crooked, sort of. This light makes it look that. It was a little bit warped, but this doesn't sit. That's right up against there. Seat belt can still easily come in and out because it comes from the top anyway. Like I said, a little bit of an armrest. I think I'm gonna cover this with something. Rather than just paint, I'm gonna cover it because I don't like but it comes right to the front where I wanted it to. We're gonna put some stuff in here. Like I said, the 6x9 will go about, I guess I'll put it down low. Or I don't know where to put it. It's gonna go right here somewhere. Same thing on the other side. Get in and out. I guess I'll put, I don't need a grab handle. But there we go. The storage. Oh, so in the beginning, when I said I was gonna make a storage, when I started thinking about putting the speakers in, if I put the speaker here, of course it's no good. That's not gonna work. It would, but then you can't have any storage in there, right? Because then the speaker's there. If I put it in the top, I still gotta have volume for the ported box, or not for a non-ported, for a sealed box. I could have volume there, so it didn't work. Then I remembered the sliding tray and the drawers are going to come to about right here, so they're going to be at least 6 inches, because you can see where that is. You kind of follow that along. It's still not, let me get up in here. Let's see if I let the seat forward. Oh yeah, see, it's a pretty good ways up here. It's about halfway up. So if I build the drawers to come here, and then I put my piece of plywood here, so basically what I'm looking at is when I want to come in, I can put, let me get back out here. I have slide out drawers that are about the height of that seat, right? So they'll come up here and they'll tie into all of this. So this will all tie in and it'll bolt into these existing holes. I'm gonna put 3/4 inch plywood on the bottom, build drawers to go inside it that slide the full length all the way up to there. With just enough room where you can get behind the seat and let stuff in and out. And what is all that stuff flying around? That's weird. But that's the plan. So speakers on top, because if I put stuff in here, it's not going to hit the speakers. So if they're in here, stuff's going to be hitting them all the time. So it's like, let's put them on top. That'll work better. Put my spare tire right here in the middle somewhere, and it gives me all of this back here, basically from where those holes are. This hole, I don't know, 2.5 feet of cargo space, and then, a little bit on the sides, and then underneath the spare, I'll probably just do one big drawer. I don't know if I want to do one drawer or 2 drawers, and then the spare tire rack, I'll make it so it slides out on top of the drawers. It'll have a slide out. So I'll put hinges. So I got plenty of space. Be building into the side of these, tying the bottom in here. I'll probably put another piece of plywood against that or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do all that. And that way the drawers got something to slide in and out with the drawer. Probably 1 drawer, I think, would be sufficient. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I think I should do 1 or 2. There's 4 foot between here and then the other one. It's about 4 feet. Pretty close. Might be a little bit less because about an inch less maybe. We'll see what it turns out to. But there we go. There's my box. Just imagine carpeted or covered, looking nice. Speaker up here, 8-inch sub, just boom, boom, filling the truck full of sound. 1 on each side. And I'll take that 6x9 out. Of course, then it'll go in the front. So now I got to build the other box tomorrow. Then I can start putting a piece of wood in here and figuring out how to do my drawers and yada yada. So I think I'm gonna wind up doing this back part. But I like that. And I'm sure this is gonna quieten it down inside quite a bit. And then when I put the piece in here and bolt it down and then put sides in and screw all that together, that'll really, it'll solid this up and this thing will go nowhere. So it'll look good. All right, Subzilla. Ooh, you can't even see it. All right, we're out.